Sometimes you come to places in another country and you got to be looking out for your own. Like, it be people from the West that be trying the trickery, right? So here's my tips on how to recognize shady people, because some of y'all probably think you know, and you may know, but it looks a little different everywhere you go. And you know what we say, it's the same players but a different game, or a different game, same players, depending on how you identify it. For me, the hustle is everywhere. You just have to recognize it when it comes to you. So I'm going to state to you the things that I recognize are shady and divisive. And when people exhibit these kind of behaviors, you need to beware of them, right? You need to kind of give them the side eye. You need to know how to deal with them accordingly, because when they show you who they are, believe them. And we know our dear beloved sister that transitioned, Maya Angelou, said that when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Okay, so I got some tips for that too. Recognizing shady people. A lot of times they usually move in cliques and they're not inclusive, right? So by themselves, they might act one way in front of you, but when they're around certain people, you notice they giving you like the cold shoulder, or they being extra. They acting in a way that they generally don't act when they by themselves, right? That's your first sign. Second, smiling in your face, but not reciprocating the friendship or the information. So these are those people who know how to reach out to you when they need something, but when you have a question for them, suddenly they don't know nothing. They can't even refer you anywhere. They don't know what you're talking about. Them type of folks. Number 3, folks that will utilize your resources and not tell you, right? So let's say you put together some sort of business and you went out of your way to interview people, get them skilled, train them, do certain things with them, and get them to where they need to be successful, so that you can utilize them for your business purposes, right? No one would know about this individual if you were not the person to interact with them. Next thing you know, you done found out that someone who knows you has gone behind you to interact with this individual, and therefore leaving you out of the transaction. That is shady, right? Number 4, you attend a meeting, and the people that you told about the meeting, no one has contacted you to see if you would be present. You just happen to find out. And then when you show up, folks is looking surprised when you show up. And you're like, well, why is everyone looking surprised when I am the one who organizes these things, or I am the one who lets people know about these things? It's that kind of stuff. And it's an interesting vibe. Being in a group and people are whispering in your presence. That's rude and that's shady. Rather than just excusing themselves or taking it someplace else, they're going to whisper in front of you. Number 6, you're in a group and same kind of behavior where someone is telling someone else, do not discuss a topic in front of you, as if it's a secret. Once again, shady and rude. Again, interacting in a group, sharing information, and you're seeing that someone is not happy that this information is being shared with you. They don't want you to be privy to the information. Number 8, afraid that you will steal their ideas or resources when they have no problem asking you about your contacts and your resources. See, these types of insecurities, you have to take notice of that. People who always say that they will support you but never do. Shady. But they expect your support when they do things. buying things from other people that you sell. Now you have a business, I know you have a business, and you sell wine. But instead of coming to you to buy the wine, I'm going down the street to the other man to buy the wine. Shady. Only contacting you when they need something. Once again, not reciprocating the relationship. Shady. Listening to people talk about you in a negative way, and they don't have anything to say until that person starts to talk about them. Now there's a problem. Now it's wrong. That's shady. What did Martin Luther King say? If you sit silently in the face of injustice, you are siding with the oppressor. So if you know someone is doing wrong, it's wrong whether they're doing it to you or somebody else. Take a stand. And nobody's saying you have to, go to blows, but you definitely say to a person, listen, that's not cool. I'm not comfortable with this conversation, and you exit the conversation. Me personally, I will tell folks, keep my name out your mouth, and I don't appreciate what you're saying about this individual. You should tell that person. Don't have that discussion with me. But that's the difference between me and a lot of other people. People that run their mouths about things that don't concern them. Again, when I bring you these topics, these are all things that would affect you directly, not things that concern other people. People with nothing else to do but calculate, manipulate, and premeditate. Now, when folks is focused on you like that, I call them overzealous fans. Y'all probably call them haters. I'm up to 15 now. Causing unnecessary alarm for matters that can be resolved without a whole lot of drama. But some of us like drama. We like to get people all, crazy and discombobulated over things that could have been resolved calmly in a logical way. 16. Folks that move chaotically and interrupt other people's peace. I call them energy vampires. You got to be careful of folks like that. And 17, again with the haters, right? The cyber bullies, the fake keyboard ninjas. And then we got the closet paparazzi. Those are the folks that hide behind their phones and their cameras, reporting on what everyone else is doing, but they don't really want people to know the low on what they're doing. These usually be your biggest crooks and scammers. 18, having foolish followers to defend their idiotic messages. Those cyber bullies and fake keyboard ninjas, they actually have people that follow them and support what they do. They enable the behaviors. They're just as bad. 19, indulging in low vibration behaviors. And you can take that however you proceed. For me, low vibration behaviors would be intentionally being mean to someone, right? Going out of your way to make someone feel bad. Doing things that cause us to be divided as a people. Those are low vibration behaviors. Those are shady behaviors, and that's why I bring this list to you, right? So that you are aware and you know how to walk and proceed accordingly when you see these type of behaviors. 20, talking about people, sitting in their faces, socializing with them, but you're still trying to get in their pockets. I don't understand people like that. But we know there are people like that. And they'll tell you stay away from them, but in the meantime, they trying to hustle them. I don't know what to make of people like that. 21, talking about unity to the collective, but in their daily lives, their behaviors are just the opposite, petty and divisive. Wow. I'm going to repeat that one. Talking about unity to the collective, but in their daily lives, their behaviors are just the opposite, petty and divisive. 22. Have no problem reminding you of what they've done for you, but somehow never remember the things you did for them when they were in need. And that's the final one. That was a lot, y'all. If y'all ever want to purchase my list of tips for Africa and how to recognize shady people, they are for sale. Hit me up and you all can get that list. I believe these lists need to be framed. I do hope that you all found them helpful this morning, and that, you know what, we check ourselves, right? Check out these lists and make sure you are not indulging in these types of behaviors. Because if you're not, then you know that what you're doing is high vibration, and that you are moving in a way to unite the people, to expand who you are as a person, and to prepare yourself for this journey. So I thank you all for listening this morning. I hope that you are stepping into your day feeling blacktastic. Don't forget to follow me on all the social media platforms for more content. And I'll have to let you all know about the new podcast that's about to start, because that's going to be a banger. I look forward to it. I will see you all on Thursday. Have a beautiful, beautiful week. And we will talk soon. Blessings.